My name is Shannon Hankins. I've got 40 plus years of experience in general aviation, military, and commercial airline experience. In the United States, mainline general aviation is utilizing technology from 40, 50, 60 years ago. Most of the technology came about during World War II. The safety, sustainability, and affordability and maintainability of these aircraft is coming into question. And it's, quite frankly, it's just time to move on. The G750 happens to be one of the aircraft that is not only of new design, but it has several attributes which really fit the general aviation market today for personal aircraft. Its speed, its efficiency, and its affordability are something that most everyone can afford. In my 40 plus years of commercial, military, and general aviation experience, one of the things I've learned as an aircraft owner is that we want to maintain the aircraft to the highest standard. We want to buy an aircraft that we can afford to maintain at a very high standard. The G750 happens to have all of these attributes. It's got the speed, it's got the efficiency, it's comfortable to travel in, and the in-service affordability of this aircraft is of actually no comparison to what we're currently flying around in the United States. I spent about a year researching some of the later designs that were emerging out of Europe, and I stumbled upon the G750 by Go-Get Air. One of the things I liked about the aircraft was its roominess. It had ample baggage space. It has potentially a room for 4 seats for 2 small children in the rear of the aircraft. It has ample baggage space behind the cockpit. That's important in the U.S. market because of some of our larger frames and the places that we travel and the type of equipment and or clothing that we take with us in our aircraft. I wanted an aircraft that not only had good cruise speed, had low fuel consumption, but was comfortable because your traveling companions, such as my wife, in the past when we've traveled in our aircraft, comfortability is a major item of concern, especially with people that don't fly that often. So noise levels, the way you sit in the aircraft, the way the seats feel, and all the ergonomics associated with that make up a big part of why the Go-Get Air G750 is an aircraft that Americans will want to own. The other thing with the G750 is the ease of flying. I traveled to Slovenia to initially look at this aircraft and to fly it over there with the manufacturer. The aircraft, immediately after sitting down in it, everything performed as expected. It's an easy aircraft to fly. It has great takeoff performance, ample climb performance. The ability to transition to it is second nature to anyone with even a minimal amount of experience in aircraft. The aircraft has no bad habits. It flies just as it looks. It's a very smooth flying aircraft. Its control harmony is extremely balanced throughout all of the axis. The avionics in the aircraft, to include the autopilot, really make the flying experience enjoyable for not only the pilot, but also your passenger. I just recently took my wife for her very first flight in this aircraft that's behind me. She's traveled with me all over the U.S. in a variety of light general aviation aircraft. Immediately, she commented after sitting down in this aircraft how easy it was and how comfortable it was once she sat down. Taxiing out, her comments were surrounded around how quiet the aircraft was. Even after takeoff and in cruise, she continued to compliment the aircraft on how good the visibility was out of the aircraft, and again, how quiet it was on the inside. We flew up to a local lake resort, had lunch and returned, and she, for the first time in our 20-some-odd years of marriage there and flying around in light aircraft, this particular trip stood out with her as one of the best trips she had ever taken. And I attribute that to not only the handling qualities, but the comfortability of this aircraft for the passenger. The aircraft also has a ballistic parachute for not only pilots flying before daylight or after dark or over certain hostile terrain becomes a very big safety quality in the aircraft, but also the confidence in the passenger that's flying, that knows that if whatever may happen, that they also have the ability and the safety and security of a chute behind them to deliver them safely. Having those type of safety qualities built into this aircraft adds to the pleasure and the willingness to actually use the airplane and go places that you can enjoy the aircraft. I'm not sure who has said it before, but this airplane, if it looks good, it typically flies good, and this aircraft definitely has the looks. The airplane flies as good as it looks. Of particular note, the constant speed propeller on this aircraft is an electric constant speed. Very easy to use. It's merely as simple as setting a particular RPM that you want to take off at, climb at, and cruise at. The avionics in this aircraft, we currently have the choice now of Dynon and or Garmin avionics, both outstanding navigational units. Of course, the associated autopilots, the Dynon integrated flight autopilot is extremely easy to use. The Garmin autopilot, goes without saying, is also a very fine product. Both the autopilots, in my opinion, change the entire dynamics of cross-country flight. You, as the pilot and the passenger, now can thoroughly enjoy a trip cross-country with the speed and efficiency that is not achievable in most legacy aircraft here in the United States. Overall, the aircraft is an absolute joy to fly. Again, it's not something that the handling qualities of it, it's just not a sweat to fly at all. Again, it makes the experience of going cross-country, either that or flying around your local airport in a low and slow fashion, just that much more enjoyable. Change by itself is not necessarily or inherently good, but change for the better is good. This particular aircraft, I believe, is the change that we're looking for in general aviation and aircraft like this in the future for the United States. I think that this is something that will strengthen and bring a very vibrant general aviation community to the United States with this type of aircraft. The G750 aircraft is one that's going to be sustainable in the future. Unlike many of our legacy aircraft here in the United States, every time we go in for our annual inspection, it's a bittersweet moment sometimes. We don't know sometimes what that aircraft is going to cost coming out the other side of that inspection, just because of the age and the predictability of how that particular borescope is going to go, or how corrosion is affecting our aircraft. These new designs, some of these things don't affect them as the older legacy aircraft that we're used to in the United States. This aircraft, again, is going to give us that predictability. It's going to make our overall enjoyment of utilizing general aviation to either for just personal fun and or for cross-country business use that much more enjoyable because of its predictability.